Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of PTD6. Let's continue with the tower guide and tutorial. Magic Monkeys, now the Alchemist. Monkey Meadow Sandbox. I have deactivated Monkey Knowledge to show you the tower as it is by itself. And now the Alchemist. The Alchemist is the very first tower that we find in this series that is completely new. So it's been added to PTD6, and yeah. So here the general description is gonna say that it's gonna splash Bloon with acid, and also brews various potions with different effects depending on the what you're maxing. So in which 3 upgrade you are maxing. There are 2 main characteristics of the Alchemist. The first one is line of sight. So the Alchemist can shoot through obstacles, and his line of sight is not gonna be limited by any of that thing. And second thing is the fact that Alchemist can pop Bloons. So by default, without any extra upgrade or anything, you can pop Bloons. Now you can see already that the Alchemist attack is gonna be quite unique. So you're gonna do 1 layer of damage with the first attack, so by throwing the potion, but then you're gonna coat these Bloons in the acid, and the acid is gonna pop an extra 2 layers. So the total damage of the Alchemist, so with the attack plus the acid effect, is 3 layers. Then you can see the range is quite nice, so it's slightly larger than the ninjas, and the attack speed is pretty low, and the piercing, again, it works with a splash area, so pretty similar to how the bomb worked. The maximum piercing of the Alchemist is 14. In this case, the base stats is 14, so you can pop up to 15 Bloons at once. But the amount of Bloons that you can pop depends on how close they are to the explosion of the potion. So in this case, if the Bloons are all on top of each other, you can pop all 15 of them at once. If they start being a little further away, so spacing 1, you can see that you can pop only 13 Bloons. And then the more these Bloons become further, so the more these Bloons are separated from one another, the less amount you can pop with each potion. So that's how it works. Because this tower has already lat popping power, the only thing left is camo detection. Because the Alchemist can pop as well pink Bloons, because the acid is not considered as an energy effect, so you can pop purple Bloons without any problems. And now, unfortunately, camo detection is the main weakness of this tower, because not even with the 5th upgrades you gain camo detection, and not even with activated abilities you can pop camo Bloons. So this is one of the few towers where camo detection is completely off, and you need 100% either a village, so giving camo detection with a village, or you need other towers to remove the camo status from the Bloons so that the Alchemist can attack those. Now, talking about the general cost of the upgrades, the first 2 upgrades for all the trees are quite cheap. Then the 3rd upgrades, 1k around the top and bottom tree, instead the middle tree a little more expensive, 3k. 4th upgrades, nothing too crazy, so 2.5, 2.7 top and bottom tree again. A middle one, 4.5, so a little more expensive. And instead the 5th upgrades are gonna be quite expensive, so all of them in medium in this case are gonna be 40k or more, and the most expensive one is the permabrew, so 60k. Now, as the description says, depending on which 3 upgrade you're getting, you unlock different effects. Now, I will not cover everything in detail because there is so many things to say about the Alchemist. I'm gonna just cover the general aspects of it. Now, the Alchemist is a tower that I really like, and because you can either go with the first 3, in this case the top 3, and you can unlock the Mexodip and the Brew, potions that are gonna, the Mexodip is gonna just make nearby monkeys pop lead balloons, do extra damage to ceramics and mob class balloons. And then you also can throw the brew, that's gonna instead give monkeys extra damage, range and attack speed. Now with the 4th and 5th upgrade, the only thing that you get is you get this brew effect, so extra damage, range and attack speed, it's stronger. So with the 4th upgrade, it lasts longer, so the brew effect lasts longer and is more powerful. And with the 5th upgrade, this brew becomes permanently. So the brew effect stays forever, so it's not gonna be consumed, and that's pretty much it. Then the middle tree, instead of the Alchemist, you're gonna gain utility. So with the 1st upgrade, in this case, you gain like the acid is gonna be stronger, so you can pop balloons faster. The damage over time is faster. I think you can pop like 3 layers instead of 2. 2nd upgrade, you're gonna remove the fortified status from lead and ceramic balloons, and you're gonna do extra damage to mob class balloons. 3rd upgrade, you can coat mob class balloons into this substance that is gonna cause a large explosions when these mob class balloons are popped. Now this is worth showing it because of the fact that this coating, so this concoction, is gonna be applied only to the external layer of the mobs. So in this case, I have a mob. No, wait, not 20, not 15, but just one. Okay, let's just reset this. So I have one mob. Imagine here then I have a tower that deals a lot of damage, so it can be like a sun avatar. And whenever I can pop the mob, you can see the large explosion, right? So that's the concoction effect. If there is though a BFB, the BFB layer is gonna be coated, so that's the concoction. But what happens is that when the BFB layer explodes, you can be seeing now that the mobs are not gonna have the concoction, so the concoction must be reapplied on mobs again, so that they can explode yet again. And the same goes for Zomegads and DDTs. You can also apply the concoction to BADs, so you can cause also BADs to explode whenever you are you can pop the BAD layer, so that's also a thing, and that's how the concoction works. Then 4th and 5th upgrade, you gain the activated ability. With the 4th upgrade, you just turn the Alchemist into this powerful monster for 20 seconds, and it works pretty much like this. So this is the normal Alchemist. So in this case, for example, a mob is going to attack the mob just like this. So just throw in the potions. Instead, with the activated ability, this is the transformation. So you don't throw any more the potions, but you attack with this laser that is going to do damage. So I think it's very similar to the Super Monkey laser effect. Now what changes with the 5th upgrade is the fact that the damage that you gain from the transformation is higher, and you can also transform up to 5 nearby monkeys into these crazy monsters as well. So that's what changes. Now one thing that you have to consider is the fact that the towers that are converted into these crazy monsters must be like 4th and 5th upgrades. Towers will not be transformed. So in this case, for example, if you have a sun avatar, actually no, let's do it like this. So if you have like a robo monkey like this, for example, and you have a mob, you can transform this robo monkey into the crazy monster. If you have though, I have to wait for the effect to end to upgrade the Attack Terror. So that's a 4th upgrade. Now the effect does not work anymore. So to be able to transform the nearby monkeys, they must be maximum with 3rd upgrades on. So not 4th or 5th upgrades. Now there are certain towers that cannot be transformed into crazy into crazy monsters like the Ace, the Heli, the Mortar, I think, as well. Yeah, cannot be transformed. And farms, villages, spike factories, also towers that cannot be transformed, and I think also like submarines and buccaneers cannot be transformed. Normally, like, the best tip that I can give to you is just place 5 dot monkeys, so the cheapest tower in the game. You can place them pretty fast. The damage that you gain from the monsters is not relevant to which tower is being transformed, so placing dot monkeys or super monkeys is exactly the same in terms of damage being done by the monsters. And also another tip is that you can stack the Super Monkey Fan Club activated ability with the Crazy Master activated ability, so with the total transformation. Imagine here this BAD. So this one BAD, I'm gonna just use now the total transformation. Alright, so here we go. 5 nearby monkeys attacking. This is the damage that they're doing to this BAD. The ability is gonna last 20 seconds and that's it. So that's the damage to this BAD. Now look what happens when I use both the Super Monkey Fan Club and the total transformation. You can stack these two abilities and you can do a ton more of damage. So look now at the damage I'm doing. Of course, I don't have camera detection, so I cannot target those DDTs, but I dealt a ton more of damage, and especially are the Dark Monkeys being transformed into monsters that do the real difference in terms of damage. And yeah, so that's a trick that still works, and it's a very powerful combo with both the Super Monkey Fan Club and the total transformation. And now finally, the bottom 3 upgrade. You gain asset pool. This is just a pretty like how it's called, the caltrops from the ninja is exactly the same. So when the alchemist is not attacking, it's gonna drench the nearby track with these assets that whenever Bloons are gonna step on top of them, it's like they are being attacked by the alchemist. So it's pretty much like it. Then second upgrade, more attack speed to both the acid, so the basic attacks, and the potions. So this upgrade is very helpful whenever you have like the brew or the stimulant, because in that way you can renew the effect faster. So that's a good thing. And then the third, fourth, and fifth upgrade are gonna be quite unique because with the third upgrade you're gonna get this lead to gold. So you're gonna transform lead Bloons. You're gonna be popping lead Bloons like normal, but you're gonna be getting 50 cash for each one of them that you can pop. So all the lead Bloons that are popped by the alchemist, you gain 50 cash from all of them. With the fourth upgrade, you still keep, of course, the lead to gold thing, but not only that, you can also coat the Bloons in this yellow thing. You can see it right now. See these Bloons that are coated in this yellow thing, and that's the rubber to gold. So all these Bloons affected by this golden coating, you're gonna get more cash from when you pop them. And then finally the fifth upgrade, yet another unique upgrade, and you throw this shrinking potion that is gonna have unlimited range. So you can even have the alchemist out of range completely, and it's gonna still throw this shrinking potion. And this potion is gonna convert all affected Bloons into red Bloons. And this potion works up to Zomagats, so you can transform Zomagats into red Bloons. So see now, boom, easy, right? And you gain all the pops. So that's a very, very powerful upgrade. Now unfortunately it does not work on BADs, and in order to work on DDTs you need to have camo detection, of course. Now one thing about this shrinking potion is that it can miss, especially on DDTs, because DDTs move that fast. Even if you throw the potion, you can see that if the Bloon just moves too far away, it does not proc. So that's one thing you have to remember about DDTs. That's yeah, because they're fast, not all of them are gonna be affected by it, and you can miss. So that's one thing. Now, in my opinion, in my experience of the Alchemist, I think the thing that really makes a difference is when you're using the Alchemist to give potions, so to give the brew and the Mexodip, and to make nearby towers stronger. It's crazy how stronger a tower becomes with the Alchemist buff. And not only that, you can also use the middle path, in this case the stable concussion, to really to create these explosions that are especially helpful in the later stages of the game. And normally a 0-3-2 Alchemist is slightly better because you throw the assets faster, so you can code more map class Bloons. And also this allows you to, in case you want, you can get the total transformation. And remember that you can stack it with the Super Monkey Fan Club, so you can have that combo, and that is super strong. And now the bottom path, normally I just get the Alchemist 402 normally. So bottom path, very randomly I get the third, the fourth, or the fifth upgrade. And the main reason for this is because, yes, the Bloon Master Alchemist can really throw potions, and it can turn like a BFB into a Red Bloon, so it's super effective. You don't have to deal against like all the BFBs, mobs, against all those ceramics. But the problem is the BAD, because the Shrieking Potion doesn't work against BAD. You spend a lot of cash on this upgrade, and then for a 100, if you don't have enough defenses that somehow can pop the BAD, then you're gonna lose, because it's like 40 cash in medium, it's 40k cash, so it's not that cheap. And so yeah, that's why normally I don't really build it, other than when I'm playing like an Impoppable, and so I get a ton of cash, and so it doesn't really matter which towers I place, and so I have a super strong defense, so that's when I also get the Bloon Master Alchemist. But normally, like, if you're going for it, you're gonna need at least like an Avatar of Wrath or some other way to be able to survive round 100. And yeah, so that was my Alchemist guide. I hope you enjoyed, and see ya. Bye bye.